is KM4BYH. My name is Wayne, and I'll be the net control station for tonight's West Georgia Amateur Radio Society Weekly Net. This net meets every Monday night at 8 p.m. on 146.640 using a negative offset and a 131.8 Hz subaudible tone. The purpose of this net is to provide amateur radio operators in the area a chance to exchange news and information about ham radio, as well as keep in touch with fellow hams in the area. Before we begin, I'll pause for any stations with emergency or priority traffic. Any station with emergency or priority traffic, please call now. This net also handles NTS formatted messages. Any station wishing to pass NTS traffic, please call now. Okay, for anyone unfamiliar with the format of the net, we'll take round of check-ins and then call down the roster inviting stations who checked in to tell us about your weekend. You can list swap shop items, make announcements, or just tell us whatever you might have on your mind. Stations checking in a short time or announcing no comments for the net will not be called upon. Stations wishing to check in, please give your call sign normally, then phonetically using standard phonetics followed by your location. We'll now begin taking check-ins from any mobile, portable, and short-time stations. Mobile, portable, or short-time stations, please call now.
This is KM4 UCV, Kilo Mike 4, Uniform Charlie Victor, Brian and Noonan.
Right, net control recognizing KM4 UCV, Brian and Noonan, good to hear you tonight. Do we have any other mobile, portable, or short-time stations? Please call now.
This is KE4NIA, Kilo Echo 4, November Indian Alpha, Nick Fairfield, short time tonight.
This is Whiskey X-Ray 4 Bravo Kilo WX4BK, Brian, Portable and Temple.
This is N4CIP, November 4, Charlie, India Papa, Scott, and Douglasville. Good evening all.
Right, net control, I want to recognize KE4NIA, Nick in Fairfield, short time tonight. Good to hear you with us, Nick. Also WX4BK, Brian in Temple, and N4CIP, Scott here in Douglasville. Good to hear you gentlemen tonight. We'll also start now with any stations, Alpha, November, or Whiskey prefixes. Please call now.
This is WD8LQT, Whiskey Delta 8, Lima, Quebec Tango, John and Fairfield.
This is N4BWR, November 4, Bravo Whiskey Romeo, Blake and Carrollton.
This is N4GPW, November 4, Golf Papa Whiskey, Jerry and Bowden. No traffic, no comment. Good evening, Ned.
This is November Tango 4 Mike NT4MM Jacob in Douglasville. No traffic.
All right, net control here. I want to recognize these stations before we move forward. We have WD8LQT, John in Fairfield. Good to hear you, John. Also, N4BWR, Blake out of Carrollton. Always good to hear you, Blake. And then Jerry, N4GPW down in Bowden. Good to hear you. And a new call sign for me tonight, NT4MM, Jacob here in Douglasville. Good to hear you, Jacob. Come back with us anytime you can. We're here every Monday night and also in Aries Net on Thursday nights at the same time, same frequency here. So join us anytime you can there. This is KM4BYH on the W4FWD repeater. Do we have any more Alpha, November, or Whiskey stations? Please call now. Okay, hearing none, we'll move on to Kilo stations. Any Kilo stations wishing to check in, please call now.
This is KK4 CTV. That's Kilo 4 Charlie Tango Victor. It's Charlie in Roofville. Good evening, Wayne, and everybody on the net.
This is KI4QLV, Kilo India 4, Quebec Lima Victor, Lee in Carrollton.
Okay, I'm thinking a station was trying to check in there, but there was no audio. Check your connection if you would and try it again for us.
This is KX4DV. That's Kilo X-Ray 4 Delta Victor. Andrew and Buchanan.
Magnetic Control, I want to recognize KK4CTV, Charlie out of Rookville, and also KI4QLV, Lee in Carrollton. Good to hear you gentlemen tonight. And then Andrew, KX4DV out of Buchanan. Good to hear you as always. Do we have any stations now, any prefix wishing to check in? Please call now. Okay, hearing none, I'll do a couple announcements here, and then we'll move to the comment portion and check for any additional check-ins here momentarily. I want to mention to everyone that there are on the club's Facebook page, there are some photos up now from the fox hunt and antenna building weekend before last. Blake got those put up, so if you want to go take a look at some of the goings-ons, go out to the club Facebook page and you'll see it there. And also this weekend coming up, everybody remember Field Day. I'm sure there'll be some comments on that here soon, but I don't think we can say it enough, but let's remember Saturday morning about 9 o'clock, 9:30 I think it was. I'm sure John and Brian will clarify that for us. We'll meet at Little Tallapoosa Park to hang the antennas for Field Day. We will not be there on Friday night, so bear that in mind because that's different than what we normally do. And also in the weeks ahead, if you hear from Charlie, KK4CTV, about calling Annette, let's be cooperative and help him out. Charlie is our net manager, and he's going to be handling getting folks for a while here to call our nets for us. So let's all be cooperative and step up to the task and help him out there on that. Okay, do we have any other announcements before we move forward from anyone? And before we go into the comment portion, please call now.
This is KK4CTV. Clarify the date of the Field Day, please.
All right, bear with me one moment here, and I'll do that. I want to say the 24th, but let me get to my calendar here because I'm going to forget. And it will be the 24th and 25th. That's Saturday and Sunday. This coming Saturday and Sunday, the 24th and the 25th.
Roger, okay, appreciate that.
All right, any other announcements now before we go into comments? All right, we'll get a few comments and then we'll check for any additional check-ins, or if you think of an announcement, you can do it in your comments, or we can come back to that, either one. But we'll start out with KM4UCV. Brian down in Noonan, if you're still with us, you have anything for us tonight, sir? Okay, I'm thinking, Brian, I think he might have been short time. I'm not real sure, but we'll move on here. WX4BK, Brian over in Temple. How are you this evening, sir?
This is WX4BK. Good evening, Wayne. And I guess we needed a few extra inches of rain, right? Anyway, just about field day. I do have some computers that are a little old and decrepit, but they'll be suitable for logging. Anybody who wants to bring their own computer and use it, especially if you know you're going to be spending a lot of time there, we can install the software on your own computer and you can use it, for instance, if you're using it for digital modes. Otherwise, I'll have laptops set up there for everybody on a wireless network. Hope we'll see a lot of y'all showing up to participate this year. I know we got a lot of good volunteers for the night shift, so let me let it cycle here. I just ran out of time, so I did not put up any kind of an online volunteer page, so I don't know if any future stations checking in that haven't already indicated they would be be willing to work, say, the night shift, so to speak. You might want to make that comment so we can add that to our notes as well. Anyway, hope everybody had a great weekend and has a great week ahead, and look forward to seeing y'all this weekend coming up. WX4BK back to that.
Thank you, Brian. Yeah, we do look forward to that and appreciate all the efforts on that. Next, we have Enforce CIP, Scott here in Douglasville. How are you this evening, Scott?
I'm doing pretty well, Wayne. Had a good day. Took the vacation day and had a fish fry down to the river with my parents. So we had a late Father's Day, but it was a very good time for all. Had plenty of catfish, brim, and bass. So had a good time today. And for CIP.
That does sound like a good day. Definitely do. I've had days like that before, and you can't beat them at all, that's for sure. Have a great evening, and we'll catch you soon. Next, we have John, WD8LQT, out in Fairfield. How are you this evening, John?
Hey, good evening, Wayne. KM4BYH in the net, WD8LQT. Good to hear everybody on, and I think Brian's got us squared away as far as when we need to show up out there and show up where. Like he said, Little Tallapoosa Park. And as you pull in the front entrance, look to your left. Look to the north. Look to your left. And you'll see off in the far corner a big red fire truck. And that's where we'll be. I'm going to meet them out there tomorrow, determine exactly which spot we'll be in. It will either be equestrian site number 9 or equestrian site number 10. 9 and 10, they are right next door to each other. So either way, you'll be able to see it from the entrance. And also encourage people, if you're going to operate, to bring some sort of headphones. Because we'll be inside, and I suppose you could get away without it, but probably be a lot of crosstalk between one person's volume and the next person's volume. I think that the plan is, as Brian said, set up the antennas in the morning and then be on the air as soon as we can, as soon as the rules allow, that is. And I think we might even cook out some burgers and hot dogs for those that show up to help and show up to operate on Saturday. hunting someone to get us, I think it's 100 points, that we have never gotten. And that is someone to copy the ARRL field day message. Had an email come out about that, I think, yesterday. So be looking for any volunteers. I think it's on Friday night, or there's a couple times that message comes out. And there's no reason with 45 club members that we can't find somebody who will be in a position, maybe even at the field day site, to copy that message, get us that extra 100 points. Other than that, Wayne, I guess that's it. Back to you, and Brian, if you're listening, I'll let you know our fate tomorrow sometime. This is WDLQT.
Thank you, John. Appreciate that update and keeping everybody informed on it. It's going to be a good weekend, I think. I'm looking forward to it. Next, we have Blake, N4BWR over in Carrollton. How are you, Blake?
This is N4BWR. Good evening, Wayne, and everyone on the net. Looking forward to field day. Doing pretty good here. As far as that bulletin, I think they send it CW and some digital mode or something. We'll have to see about exactly when that happens. And if I'm not tied up with doing a satellite pass, which that's another thing. I want to get us 100 points by making a satellite contact on the field day. Maybe I have some apps on my tablet that can decode CW and decode some digital modes. So I'll possibly check the schedule of when they plan to send out that bulletin, and I bet we'll get that knocked out and get another 100 points there. But I'm looking forward to getting on HF and seeing everyone. And like I said, I'm excited about trying to get a satellite contact and getting us 100 points. Other than that, I guess I'll see everyone on the weekend. And this is N4BWR, back to net.
Thank you very much, Blake. That is one thing that I have found with field day is we all have our different little specialties, and we can come out and learn a lot of stuff, just by experiencing it and seeing it take place with the folks that, have that little niche that they do. So encourage anybody that can come out, wants to learn, come on out. Don't worry about if you don't have your general class for HF, because even as a technician, they're with us on field day, you can try your hand at HF. So encourage you all to definitely come out for that. Let's see, next, Charlie, KK4CTV. How are you this evening, Charlie?
Oh, just doing peachy, I reckon. Had some rain there in Carrollton, but it was dry as a bone here at the house, so which is okay. We got a good rain the other night. I got the email from Gary, so I'll be sending him in. I'm bringing in the charcoal and the lighter to get the charcoal going, and I'll see if I can pluck some hot peppers off the plants there at the store and bring those along too. So add them to the mix. Hang on a minute. And of course, I'll try and find some earphones for the radios. But while I have everybody's attention, I'm building a Buckmaster. I'm going to have 90 feet on one side and 180 on the other. And I wanted to know what was the consensus on the length of the antennas. Do we count just for the length of the antenna itself overall, or do we just count what is folded into the eye bolt and to the insulator on the end of the wire? Is that part of it? I'd like to have an answer on that, or somebody's opinion. And also, last but not least, we will be needing additional people to help run the net. Anyone feeling so inclined and motivated, they can speak right up or send me an email on the web itself. So don't be shy, step up and help us out. With that, this is KK4CTV, and I'm back to net.
All right, Charlie, thank you much. KX4BK, go right ahead, sir.
Charles, if it's uninsulated, if the wire is exposed, the minute you hit the eyelet at the end where you're tying off the rope, if you loop it through there and then just wrap it back around itself to lock it in place on the end, you will effectively short it right at that point. That extra length of wire that goes through the eyelet and wraps around the antenna portion does not count towards the length. It will count all the way to the eyelet, or all the way to where the wire shorts back against itself. But that's it. Now, if it's insulated, we're not so sure. From what happened this past weekend, it looks like there's some kind of coupling that happens, but I don't think it counts like a dead short. But if it's insulated wire, I'm not sure it's quite so exact. I don't know if that answers your question. WX4BK, back to net.
Thank you, Brian. Does that answer your question enough, Charlie?
Yes, it does, because I've got to cut these to exact lengths, and so 90 feet on one end, 180 on the other, and I'm looking at adding a foot to either side so that I can then use that to tie off. So I think I'll still be okay. So I appreciate it, Brian. Thank you so much for coming back. Thank you, Wayne. This is KK4CTV, back to net.
All right, Charlie, thank you, and thank you, Brian, for that input. Now, this is KM4BYH on the W4FWD repeater, and now we have Lee, KI4QLV in Carrollton. How are you, Lee?
Doing pretty good. Had a real good day today. I hope everyone on the net had a good day. Back to control.
Well, that's good, Lee. We're glad you had a good day and are doing well, and you have a good evening, too. And then last for now here we have Andrew, KX4DV in Buchanan. How are you, Andrew?
Yeah, this is KX4DV. Doing good. Had a good weekend and definitely looking forward to field day tomorrow. I mean, not tomorrow, this weekend, sorry. Other than that, I hope everybody else is having a good day and hope they'll have a good week ahead. This is Kilo X-Ray 4 Delta Victor. Still haven't got it right. Back to net.
You'll get it, Andrew. You'll get it. And one question for you, Andrew. I think you said the other night that you were going to be bringing a pop-up cover to use at field day. I guess we could put it on one of the picnic tables. Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That's correct.
All right, good. I was telling my wife yesterday, I think it was yesterday, it might have been this afternoon, that if we end up with rainy weather on Saturday, where we can't really do a fire for her to cook, I'm going to bring a camp stove, and she can do the cooking on a camp stove there on one of the tables, so that would have it covered well. So that'll work out good. We appreciate you bringing that. If we have any other check-ins now, any late check-ins, any prefix, wishing to call, please call net control now. Okay, hearing none, do we have any additional comments, announcements, anything at all? Please call now.
This is NT4MM.
NT4MM, go right ahead, sir.
Hey, y'all, thanks. This is Jacob here in Douglasville. I wanted to jump in. It's my first time in y'all's net. I was actually thinking the other day that it might be nice if I have some time this weekend to try to get out to the field day. I haven't done it for probably 10 years. Moved to Douglasville 2 years ago and finally figured out that you guys are probably the local club. So I'm assuming I can get the time off from the YL, and I think I can, especially if it's a night shift. Just wanted to mention I might be interested in coming all out and helping y'all out if you think you would have me. I've been operating about 23 years, do a little contesting for fun here and there, and have an extra, so I might be of a little use.
Jacob, we would love to have you. I would encourage you to come and if possible, do like I do and bring the wife with you. I intend to go with me about everywhere I go on these. She's right there with me. Matter of fact, she's going to be cooking some hot dogs and hamburgers for all of us that are there to get set up that morning for lunch before we start operations. So definitely come on out. Are you familiar with the location where it's going to be?
Well, that was my next question, and I may have her come out. She actually has her ticket. She has a technician class license. We just recently got it renewed. I need to make sure the renewal went through. But, yeah, might get her out there. Sometimes we have bringing 3 kids out can be a problem. She might come out for a little bit, but no, I don't know actually where the location is. That was my next question.
Okay, all I can tell you, I actually haven't been to the location myself, but all I can tell you the best thing to do is go out I-20 to Highway 113 and go south, and then a little ways down, a few miles down on the left will be the park. But if you go to our website, wgars.com, there is a link on there, a description about our field day, and there's a link there that will give you a map with directions of how to get there.
All right, I think I'm bringing up that right now. I see the field day preparation underway. Where do I go to get the map?
Give me 1 second. I got to pull it up myself because I don't remember, but I can tell you in 1 second here, I think.
Never mind, I just found it. It's there. Oh, I see where it is. It's there at Little Tallapoosa Park. I know more or less where that's at.
All right, good deal. Well, I'll quit looking then. So, yeah, but hopefully, come on out. I say we'll start operations at 2 o'clock. We'll gather there mid-morning to start hanging antennas. So just whenever you can come, definitely come on out. If you can't sleep that night, come on down and spend overnight with some folks that'll be there.
Oh, I can't sleep most nights. That may be what I do. If I don't get out there in the mornings, I may do some stuff with the kids early in the morning. If I don't get out there morning, I'll probably come out there later in the afternoon, early evening, and maybe I can get there a good part of the night or overnight. I think the last time I operated field days somewhere, and it's been many years, I did the overnight, and it was just a lot of fun.
Well, we will definitely be glad to have you come out with us, and as I mentioned earlier, we have this net here every Monday night at 8 o'clock, and then on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock, there's the Aries net, so we'd invite you to come back to any of that as well, and we have our monthly meeting the second Tuesday of each month at Casa Sol Restaurant on Highway 78 in Villa Rica, just a little west of the intersection with Highway 61.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind trying to get out and meet with you guys and join up, I think. I just need to make sure the scheduling works. I won't tie it up too long. One more quick question, though, if you don't mind. Does this radio sound okay? This is an old radio, but it's the one I just got a week ago, and I've only used it twice on 2 meters so far. And the other day, someone thought there was some fading on it, but it may have been that they were mobile and were pretty distant out.
You're sounding good on my end. No fading at all here. You're full quiet in the repeater, so I'd say you're doing just fine.
All right, thanks so much. I appreciate it. Well, I'll try to make it all out and see y'all this weekend. I'll maybe give y'all a call on the repeater on the way out and see if I can grab somebody, too, if I have trouble finding it. I'll turn it back over to you. Thanks so much. NT4MM.
All right, Jacob, it's good to hear you tonight. Glad to have you with us. And, yeah, there'll be some of us definitely on the repeater over the weekend, so just give a holler out there. Any other comments, any other questions, announcements, late check-ins, anything from anyone, please call Net Control now. Okay, hearing nothing else, I'll proceed to close this session of the Net. Anyone wishing to contact the West Georgia Amateur Radio Society can write to us at WGARS at P.O. Box 1535, Carrollton, Georgia, 30117, or you can send an email to club@wgars.com. Don't forget, as we mentioned a while ago, to check in this Thursday evening to the Emergency Service